It's Friday, which means one thing on this channel, we're going through everything meaningful that went down in price in the Pokemon market this week. Cards, sealed product, all in Canadian prices. If it dropped, we're talking about it. I pull the data from Double Hollow every week so you don't have to. And before we get into it, question of the day. If you had to start your Pokemon trainer journey in Johto, which would you pick? Cyndaquil, Totodile, or Chikorita? Drop your answer in the comments. Me personally, Cyndaquil. Let me know if you do the same. Let's go! Welcome to Pokéwood. Before the red tags, two things dropped on PokeBeach this week. An Ascended Heroes Focused Fighters Premium Collection will release at Sam's Club on July 21st for $54.98 USD. Inside you get 14 booster packs of Ascended Heroes. Second story, the full English product lineup for the 30th celebration just got revealed. This is a big one, so let's go through it fast, wave by wave. The whole set releases worldwide on September 16th. First up is the Elite Trainer Box for $49.99 USD with 9 booster packs and a Nidorina promo. Pretty nice. There's also a Pokemon Center version with the stamp. A poster collection at $14.99 USD with 3 packs, and promos of Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. And a double-sided poster. We also get the tech stickers, also at $14.99 with the promo of either Alolan Executor or Lucario. We have some EX boxes, one with the Greninja EX and one with Sylveon EX. We have these 2-pack blisters. And on October 2nd, you get the mini tins at $9.99 each. There's some day and night versions. And there's a fun detail, the unknowns across all of the tins spell out the word anniversary. Also a binder collection at $31.99 USD with a 9-pocket portfolio and a booster bundle at $26.94 with 6 packs. On October 30th, you have the battle decks at $19.99 each, and there is a special illustration. There's an illustration rare promo in each one. It's pretty nice. And on November 6th, this is the big one, the Ultra Premium Collection at $179.99 each. And there's 2 versions. There's a day version with Espeon, and there is a night version with Umbreon. So you have 29 packs plus 1 special pack guaranteed to contain 3 classic collection cards. This is the first time that's ever happened in an English product. So that's going to be crazy. The playmat, obviously we've seen the promos. The playmat looks amazing. You also have the Pikachu promos. We have the Ditto Premium Collection with an illustration rare promo. The figure collections, the Mewtwo and the Mew. And now for last is the tins. You have one with the Greninja and one with the Sylveon. And that's on December 4th. Okay, so that's the news. Let's get into this week's red tags. 5 singles, 5 sealed. Anne's Zekrom, Pokemon Center stamped. Down 13% this week, almost $20 Canadian. It was selling for $149 last month, now at $127. So it held steady for most of June, then it dropped hard in the last few days. Active eBay listings are up 12% this week. That's the simple explanation. So more supply hitting the market. The forecast says good time to buy with high confidence, but the AI signal is hold, and the medium-term outlook actually dips lower before recovering. My verdict, wait. More supply is probably coming, means more downward pressure, so let it settle first. Bulbasaur's 30th anniversary promo, number 037. It's down 5% this week, $8 Canadian. It was selling for $55 last month, now at $46. It held between 50 and 55 for most of June, then it fell hard. But look at that tiny bounce right at the very end. It touched 42 and immediately started climbing back up. So it could be the first sign of a floor. Signal is hold. Forecast slightly favors buying, but the price trend is still falling fast, and the medium-term outlook dips a little further before recovering. So my verdict, watch it. That bounce is encouraging, but one day doesn't confirm a floor. If it holds above 45 for a few more days, it gets interesting. Pikachu, number 160 from Crown Zenith, down 11% this week, $9 Canadian. It was selling for $88 last month. Now it's at $71. This one looks different from most of the others this week. So there's no cliff at the end. It peaked mid-month and has been sliding slowly ever since. So eBay listings are up about 7%. So same story as the Zekrom. There's more supply coming in. Forecast says it's good time to buy with a high confidence, but the medium-term outlook, it still points lower before it turns around. So my verdict, watch it. The buy signal is there, but it could still get cheaper before it gets better. Mega Hawlucha EX 283 from Ascended Heroes. The biggest drop of the week, down 18%, so $18.50 Canadian. It was selling for $109 last month. Now it's at like 83. Unlike everything else we've looked at today, this one didn't have a cliff. It's been quietly sliding the entire month with no real recovery attempt. And yet, the signal is buy. Very high confidence. Short-term forecast points back up. My verdict, cautious buy. The data's confident, but the chart's been weak all month. If you like the card, this is a real opportunity. Just don't go in blind. Meowth EX, number 121 from Perfect Order. We covered this one 2 weeks ago. So here's the update. Back then it was at 248. And I said it was getting close to a buy, but to wait for a floor. It didn't find one. It's been sliding the whole month. It was selling for 284 last month. Now it's at 218. That's $65 gone in 4 weeks with no stabilizing at all. So the signal is now good time to buy. Very high confidence. It got stronger as the price got lower. Short-term forecast bounces back toward about 248, but medium and long-term both settle closer to 224. So my verdict, still cautious. No sign of a bottom yet. I'd want to see it hold steady for a few days before jumping in. So don't chase a card that's still falling. Destined Rivals ETB, down 13% this week, $38 Canadian. It was selling for $295 just last week. Now it's at $255. Rock solid for almost 3 weeks straight, then a sudden drop in the last 5 days. Not a slow correction, a sudden shift. Signal leans toward buying, moderate confidence. Short term it might bounce, but the medium term outlook still points lower before any real recovery. My verdict, hold off, let it settle first. The 151 poster collection, it's down 9% this week, about $11 Canadian. It was selling for $115 last week. Now it's at 104. Same pattern as Destined Rivals, steady for most of June and then a hard drop at the end of the month. So something shifted across multiple products around the same time. Signal is to hold, no reason to buy or sell yet. Forecast is basically flat, so dipping slightly in the medium term before recovering. My verdict, hold, nothing exciting in either direction. If you own it, sit tight. If you don't, no rush. Black Bolt Booster Bundle, down 8% this week, about $10 Canadian. It's now at 114. But zoom out, this box started June around 105. So even after this week's drop, it's still sitting higher than where the month began. So overall, it's still up on the month. Signal is to hold. Forecast is flat across every time frame. So my verdict is hold. This week's drop looks worse than it actually is. Prismatic Booster Bundle, down 8% this week, about $12 Canadian. It was selling for $163 last month, now at $128. It shot up fast around June 15th, and then it came right back down. So that's usually a short burst of hype that didn't hold. It's been falling since, down about 20% over the month. Forecast leans slightly towards buying, but low confidence, and the outlook stays flat. So my verdict is hold off. The trend's still falling and the data isn't convincing enough yet. 151 Booster Bundle, it's the last one. It's down 6% this week, $17 Canadian. It was selling for $285 last month. Now it's at $262. So there was 3 bounces this month and each one came back down lower than before. So that pattern of lower highs is worth paying attention to. Forecast leans slightly toward buying, but the trend is down 35% over the month. And both the medium and long-term outlook point lower still. So my verdict, hold off, wait for it to find an actual floor. Okay, quick recap before I let you go. And Zekrom, Pokemon Center stamp, down 13%. More supply on the way, so wait. Bulbasaur, 30th anniversary promo, it's down 15%, watch for a floor. Pikachu, number 160, down 11%, could get cheaper before it gets better. Mega Hawlucha EX, it's down 18%, the biggest drop of the week, but the buy signal is strong. Meowth EX, our follow-up from 2 weeks ago, it's down again. Still cautious, let it prove the bottom first. Destined Rivals ETB, it's down 13%, hold off. 151 poster collection, it's down 9%, hold, nothing exciting either way. Black Bolt Booster Bundle, it's down 8% this week, but still up on the month, hold. Prismatic Booster Bundle, it's down 8%, trend still falling, so hold off. 151 Booster Bundle is down 6%, pattern of lower highs, hold off. Don't forget the question of the day from the top of the video. Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. And as always, all prices today are in Canadian dollars. So do your own research before you buy anything. I'll see you next Friday with a fresh list. Wood out. See you tomorrow.